a woman accidentally overheard a shocking truth. The man she had called Big Brother for 3 years was actually her husband who had supposedly died long ago. It turned out that the one who died 3 years ago was indeed the real Big Brother. The two men had looked almost identical, and the one still alive took on his brother's identity, all to take care of his sister-in-law, who was pregnant at the time. He feared that telling her the truth might cause harm to the baby, but what he didn't know was that their son had already recognized him as his father long ago. Only the woman thought the child was just confused. Back then, she was a wealthy heiress, but when she had an accident, it was this man who saved her, and through his persistent pursuit, she gave up the marriage arranged by her family, and chose to marry a man with nothing. Though their married life was poor, she still felt genuinely happy. But shortly after the wedding, the man died in an accident. The woman was devastated. When her mother came to take her home, she refused to leave, insisting on staying until the day of her brother-in-law's memorial. In the name of love and loyalty, she vowed to remain a widow forever. Her mother warned her not to regret it later, then left in anger. For 3 years, she and her son depended on each other. The man and the sister-in-law treated them coldly. Once, her son was slapped in the face, just for eating a chicken leg. Another time, when he had a high fever, she begged to borrow a bike to get him to the hospital, but the couple ignored her, so she had to carry her son and walk 20 miles on foot. She endured it all in silence, until one day, she accidentally overheard a conversation between the man and his father-in-law. Only then did she learn. The man she had mourned for 3 years wasn't dead at all. He had faked his death to protect the sister-in-law's reputation, by pretending to be his own dead brother. In that moment, she was overwhelmed with rage, realizing her love had been a lie. Looking at her thoughtful son, she resented the man more than ever. When she returned home heartbroken, her son had just woken up, and with his innocent words, she finally understood why he had always called that man dad. Knowing the man had chosen to raise another woman's child and left her behind, she felt no need to stay loyal any longer. She remembered her mother once telling her that her childhood sweetheart had been waiting for her all these years, so she gently asked her son if he'd be okay with having a new father. Hearing the boy's sincere response, she felt for the first time that all her suffering had been worth it. She immediately called her mother, saying she was willing to marry her first love. Her mother was overjoyed, telling her to start preparing for the wedding. The woman decided to leave after the man's upcoming memorial, as a final act of gratitude for what he once did for her. The next day at dinner, she saw the man happily serving food to another child, and instantly lost her appetite. Calmly, she told her father-in-law she would be going shopping the next day. The man, worried, offered to go with her, but the son coldly rejected him, calling him uncle instead of dad. The man froze. 3 years ago, he was the one who told the boy to call him uncle, but the child still called him dad all these years. Now suddenly switching back to uncle, he felt like he had truly lost him. Still, he believed the woman loved him too much to leave, but she said coldly that she wouldn't be troubling him for anything ever again, then turned and left with her son. The next day, she went to the store to buy wedding supplies. As they were about to leave, her son spotted a beautiful wedding dress and said she would look amazing in it. Touched, she tried it on for him, and when she stepped out, everyone was stunned by how radiant she looked. She agreed it was perfect for her.